First garden tour 2021. Never done one before. So this is the greenhouse I built about 2 years ago. I love it. It came out great. I built it right before the prices of lumber skyrocketed, so I got lucky on that. Here I have a gutter coming down to a rain barrel, so I can catch all my rain from the rain barrel. I have a hose going into the greenhouse so I can water all my plants. I've only started celery so far with soil blocks, so that's all I have so far. And this is the inside. It's about 30 degrees outside and it is almost 60 inside, so it's doing its job. So this is the greenhouse here. That's the inside. Okay, right here is an outside shot. I had to put this fence up last year because I was just feeding the deer. I got tired of feeding deer. They would just come out and devastate everything. So I did a little work today. I made a compost video. This is where I have all my trellis for all my vining plants. So I grow everything up here. This here, I usually put my peppers. I don't really like eggplants, but I'll grow eggplants sometimes. I'll put my peppers, anything that I could just hook to these stakes, I grow here. And then I'll grow lettuce or carrots in between. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 raised beds. These 2 beds are full of garlic. So it looks like all of them survived. So I will have a nice garlic harvest this year. I should have enough where I can save some, so hopefully next year or this year I won't have to buy any. This is just a small raised bed. I'll put all my onions in it. I put this little bed here, and I could just another way I can grow up a trellis up this fence. So I'll be growing cucumbers, whatever, up the fence. Right there, I use this barrel for compost tea. That's what I use that barrel for. This here is raspberries and blackberries. I'm slowly moving the raspberries out and I'm putting them to another section. After I planted them, I learned you shouldn't plant raspberries and blackberries together. Right, I have 2 more beds here, and I'll plant some artichoke, squash, whatever. Here is a contorted mulberry. I haven't got anything yet. This will be five years old. Haven't got anything yet. They say between 4 and 6 years you get your first crop. I usually plant corn this year. I did garlic here last year, but I moved the garlic to the other beds. And all this fencing here I'll use for a trellis. Initially when I moved in here, all I had was 2 raised beds, 1 here and 1 here. And then slowly it started expanding, and I convinced my wife to let me take over more garden. Then I built this fence here before I put the big one in, so I can plant my lettuce, cauliflower to keep the deer out. Is pretty much why I built it. But now I'm still growing in it, and I just put some compost down and put hay down. This is going to be for leaf mold. When I've probably filled this thing up about 4 times full of leaves, and every time it's compacted down. So this will be a 2-year process. It's slow going, so I'll come back. I'll fill this up probably 1 more time and leave it alone. Build another one. Here, so I have blueberries. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blueberries. I've planted 1 or 2 last year because just the deer devastated them before I put the fence up. But a couple of them are doing good. I've planted strawberries all throughout the garden. So my goal is to have strawberries covering the ground everywhere, and that's going to be like my living mulch, is to have strawberries all over the place. Here I planted raspberries through here. I have an apple tree here. This was nice. This was a big apple tree, but last year my neighbor had a massive oak tree, fell down, took these telephone poles out, and it fell right here. And I don't know how it stripped this this tree completely, there was not one branch. So I said, I'll just leave it in there and see if it survives. And it did. It's still alive, and it started growing. It was nothing but this stick here. Everything else is gone. It missed this apple tree here, so this one's still doing good. And I'm gonna do a live Zoom class on how to prune this one. This is a cherry tree. I had another one here, but the tree killed it. So I gotta plant another cherry tree because I need another one to pollinate each other. And then I have currants here, I have currants there. I planted strawberries through here, currant. And this one I just kind of want low shrubbery brush through here. So I'll be planting probably some more currants. I have a pear tree that it was doing good. The deer came, stripped it before I put the fence up. So now I'm hoping it'll take off. Here I have grapes going up this trellis. So this whole thing will be full of grapes here. This is a Viking Arona berry here. This one is an elderberry. So I'll be planting more trees, but I just can't get any. I have a little fig tree I planted last year, and it's growing. And you can see I have strawberries growing through here. I have a pear tree here. So yeah, that's the whole garden. Every year I've expanded. This is all new from last year, because I was going to put like a little pond here, but I wanted more growing space, so that's why I have the raised beds there. And I'm still going to put a pond, I just haven't figured out where. I'm going to get cattle panel this year, and I'm going to put cattle panel up here. And what it's going to do, I'm going to grow whatever, beans, peas, and it'll be kind of like a walkway, but right above me I'll have an arch, and I'll just have nothing but food hanging down. So I'm looking forward to doing that. And you know, I see different people do on YouTube, and every year I expand. I try to make it better. And yeah, so right now there's nothing alive really, so it's very bare, but in a couple months this thing will be lush, full of food. And it just shows you to grow plenty of food. Do not grow grass, grow food. There's another apple tree right there. I planted last year. It was a little baby. And I'll get some good cover here, because in the summertime that greenhouse gets ridiculously hot. So I'm probably get some shade cloth for that. And then as the apple tree grows up, it'll help with the shade. So we will come back in a month or two. I'll start planting all my starts, and I hopefully will have a full lush garden to show everyone. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to check out our free Zoom gardening class every Sunday. Go to fatherslovefathersheal.com to check it out. I'll see you at the next one.